Hey everybody, I'm the 13th Wolfman, and this is another mobile movie review. Today I went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Trois. Dos. Let's say 2. I'm English. What the hell? So, yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 brings back everybody. You got Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista as Drax, Bradley Cooper is the voice of Rocket, and Vin Diesel saying "I am Groot" 1,000 times and always meaning something different. Yeah, the movie, what I thought of this movie was, it was a very, very well done movie. I like the way it is. A lot of CGI. If you're not into the CGI thing, you might be, taken aback by it, but there's a lot of CGI in this movie. I love the way that they developed the aliens in Guardians of the Galaxy, because not everyone looks, they all kind of have a humanoid-esque look to it, but they all have like different color skin. Like Gamora's green, Nebula's blue, Yondu's blue, Yondu's got that mohawk, just little things like that. And it makes for a more interesting sci-fi type feel to it. Now, before we get really into the movie, which I'm not going to give away a lot, I won't give away anything. I'll tell you what I saw that, in the movie, but they'll stick to basically what you see in the trailer. But let's talk about the soundtrack. So, in the first movie, we had a lot of classic 60s and 70s rock, and they've doubled up on it this time. This time we have "Surrender" by Cheap Trick, Sweet Spock's on the Run, Mandy by Looking Glass, Mr. Electric Blue by ELO. Cat Stevens is in there somewhere, Yusuf Islam. That's his name nowadays. But so let's get into the movie. The movie starts out that the Guardians are on a planet, and they are doing their job to protect others. This whole thing starts out, and then the next thing you know, you've got like a 5-minute montage with a lot of really cool music and a lot of interesting fighting going on. After that, Rocket does what he can to piss anybody off, and he does. And the movie starts and it gets right into gear. I love the development of Chris Pratt's character, Starlord. We get to go a little bit deep. In the first movie, if you saw it, they talked about him being half Terran, which is half Earthling and half something else. Well, we get to dive into that something else side and find out a little bit more about, that. It does follow the comic somewhat. I don't want to say anything about what you find out about that. I try to keep myself spoiler free. So we find out more about like I said, Starlord, Jason Quill, Dave Bautista. In my case, I really thought his character was a lot more developed in this one than in the first one. In the first one, he's just kind of like, he's a very literal alien. And in this one, it seems like they gave him more to do than just be a literal alien. Groot is still Baby Groot. Of course, you know that if you've seen any of the trailers. And Rocket is still a little douche of a raccoon. Michael Rooker is back as Yondu. He does a great job as Yondu. You have some new people in it. You got Kurt Russell. He's in this movie. And you got Karen Gilliam, which is kind of funny. She's not new. She plays Nebula. She played Nebula in the first one, and she plays it in this one. And I just saw The Circle last week, and she's in that too. So she's on her way of scooting up the ladder to getting a little more well known, which is cool. What would I think of this movie as far as ratings go? I asked Mama Wolf. She saw it. She said she's going to give it a 4. Myself, I'm going to give it 3 3.75 out of 4, because there was a middle part that I felt just as everything started to happen. They get to this one point in the movie, and it just kind of slowed down a little too much for me. So that's my minor whine. My minor whine is that there's just a little It slows down at one point. If you see the movie, you'll know where I'm talking about. Now, this is spoiler free, but I'm just going to tell you guys to stay around after the movie. So there are five after credit scenes. One, the movie ends, and then they bring up Guardians of the Galaxy, and then I think like one or two names, and then it goes into that one. And then at the very, 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 very end, after all the songs and everything are in the credits, and then three peppered in the middle. So now you know, five, and they're all pretty good. They all have separate. They all deal with separate things, but it's pretty funny. I guess they added a lot of comedy to this, and the comedy's there. It's well worth seeing. So check it out. Always like, subscribe, share, comment. I want to hear what you guys have to say. What did you think of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Like I said, I loved it. Mama Wolf loved it a little bit more than me. She really loved Baby Groot. But yeah, so like I said, like, subscribe, share, comment, and I'm the 13th Wolfman, and of course, I'm on the prowl.